Hi guys, welcome back to Marathon-Crossfit here, and today we're going to review the Jim Wendler 531 program in 3 months time. So basically I've done it for 3 months now, and I'll just give you an update of where my progression is on the squat, the deadlift and the bench press. And I hope you enjoy it and stay tuned, so we'll jump right into it right now. So what you see here is a lovely Atomic Betty. So Atomic Betty is a python down in an Australian zoo and weighs around 140 kilograms. You also see here that we got 7 zookeepers trying to keep her in place so that she can be weighed in. They usually do that on a regular basis, and Atomic Betty is quite strong. Now, why am I showing you Atomic Betty? Well, Atomic Betty roughly weighs the same as I can squat right now at the moment. I mean, I won't necessarily put Atomic Betty on my neck to squat because that means certain death if I try to keep her in place alone, especially when she's hungry, because I mean, I think some people of you already saw the video here on YouTube where a python actually eats a little hippopotamus. If not, well, I think I know what you're going to do right now. But anyway, I mean, next up is the squat itself. It's a 142.5 kilograms, and I go into a bit more detail when you actually see that one, why that is special to me. So this is 142.5 kg, and I've never squatted that before. That was the first time because I heard myself squatting 140 quite a few times before that. And that is why that one is special to me. So imagine I would load Atomic Betty on my back and basically squat it. I mean, that is what is happening here from a weight perspective. Now, next lovely animal on the list is this humongous fish. Now, this has been caught somewhere in the Amazonas, or somewhere in Southern America. I mean, that is not the main point of this. The main point of this is that this humongous fish is somewhere between 130 and 140 kilogram. And you see that about 5 people are actually holding it to present it to the camera. And that is also roughly where my current bench press is in the area of this. So next up is a video where I actually bench press 137.5 kilograms. So for this bench press, the good thing is that my backside actually didn't come off the bench like at my 135 kilogram attempt, and you see I finish it with room for improvement. So now what you see here is actually the progression of my bench press 1 rep maximum during the Jim Wendler. So in the first month I didn't track my top sets. All of the numbers you see here are given in kilograms, and at the bottom you see the weeks of the program. So I started to measure my top set progression in the 2nd month, and I'm now in the 3rd. So we have 7 data points here. And the calculation here is the one that Jim Wendler actually gives himself for calculating your 1 rep max. So it's the number of the repetitions multiplied by 0.0333 and then plus the weight that you've actually lifted. So what you get then is an indicator where your 1 rep max is going during the Jim Wendler program. And what you see here is that I actually had a significant drop, and then I went back up. Now the good thing is that I actually in actual weight lifted, I did a new PR. And also for my bench press, it actually is to be expected that it doesn't progress as fast as my deadlift or as my squat, because I'm at a quite higher level of bench pressing than for the other 2 lifts, which you also see given the fact that my squat and my bench press are just 5 kilograms apart. That is actually quite unusual. If I look at other experienced lifters, usually those 2 numbers are way more apart than just 5 kilograms in favor of the squat. Now moving on to this young man here, who some people might know as the Mountain out of Game of Thrones, or as the strong man he also is, and sorry, I just can't pronounce his name. so I won't even try. But you know, he is huge, and he weighs about 190 kgs. So my deadlift is currently moving in that region. I mean, it's 10 kilograms less, so it's 180. And what I like to point out here is actually that, you know, I can almost lift this guy almost off the ground. Now, he can lift me about 5 times. So his deadlift PR as of speaking is somewhere around the 430 kg range. Now, depending on when you watch this video, that might have gone up a bit because he's also constantly competing, but that is the area that he is in. So I can lift him 1 time almost. He can lift me 5 times easily. Now, that being said, also, just always when you're lifting, bear in mind the difference for pound and per pound strength between smaller lifters and bigger lifters. Now, this guy weighs about 180 and deadlifts about 430. So if you multiply everything up here, that is about, don't beat me up about it, in the 2.5 body weight range, right? Now, my personal deadlift, I weigh 85 kilograms, so I am also actually kind of in the same range as this guy is when you look at it from a pound per pound perspective. Now, I'm not saying that I'm anywhere close or as strong as the mountain. That is not what I'm proposing here. The only thing I want you to be aware of when you're on a lifting program is always look at the numbers in terms of comparison to body weight and also what you're optimizing for. Now, this guy is optimizing for, as he is a strongman, lifting as much as he possibly can, because in strongman competitions, weight doesn't really make a difference. Now, whereas if you are just an average Joe like me, you might want to look at something that is more by pound strength, for example. So just something to be aware of when you run a program like Jim Wendler or Stronglifts 5x5, which you also find a review of here on my channel. Now, in terms of progression on the deadlift, I'm a lot happier with the progression on this lift than compared to the bench press. Now, what you see on this little curve here is also, again, the weight in kilograms, calculated top set 1 rep max, with the formula I just mentioned earlier. And there is a steep drop between week 3 and 4, or basically, you know, just 2.5 months into the program. What happened there? Well, basically what happened there is that I changed my warm-up deadlifts and the first 2 work sets of the program into stop and go deadlifts rather than touch and go deadlifts. Now, this will help my form, and also if you go back to all of the videos I have, you know, you will actually see the change that I did there. I hope it will improve my form and my overall strength, and you also see that in week 7 I am back to the same levels, so that is a good sign, you know, that I'm progressing in the right way with better form. However, also something to be looked at. So here you also see the advantage of actually tracking of everything that you do, because then you can actually look into why there is a drop, or why you accelerated in a way. What did you change in your diet or in your behavior that made you not progress as fast or faster? And I found that to track the top sets, and only the top sets of the Jim Wendler program, are a very, very, very good way of doing this. If you wanted to do that, below this video I actually linked 2 different calculators. One is a Jim Wendler calculator that I personally use to keep track of all of your sets, and then the second one is an Excel spreadsheet which I call the Jim Wendler top set calculator, top set tracker, where you can actually get graphics out like this one that you see right here in front of you, to always know where you're at if you decide to go on Jim Wendler. So yeah, guys, I leave you with a lift here for finishing up, and then I'll do a little wrap up. And this is 180 kgs, also a new personal record for me, twitching it up there and really pulling through the slack, and pretty proud of that one. So that is that for lifts. So that was my review of the Jim Wendler programs 3 months in. I hope you enjoyed that. If you deem the content worthy, share it with your friends, tell your friends, and please subscribe. I also have a blog and a website under www.marathon-crossfit.com, and there I also go in a bit more detail into everything I talk about here on my YouTube channel. So stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching. Bye bye, guys.